What's happening, guys? Welcome to another video, and yes, this is a proper camping video. We're heading up the river. Sorry for the long gap, but we've been busy with the speedway and it's just something I've been doing with my son most of his life. But we're going back camping this weekend. We're heading up to a place called Big Bend, which is halfway between Nildotty and Swan Reach. So we have been there before when the floods were on, just for a bit of a look. But this time we're going to go there camping. It's a Friday night. I got off work a little bit early. I had everything ready yesterday. So hopefully we get up there and we find a good spot. If not, I've got a couple of other options. But we've got the kayak on the top. We've got the fishing rods. We've got the yabby pots. So we'll get out there and see what we can do. We might even turn this into a two-part one, seeing I'm going to be up there for a couple of nights. So we'll see what happens. Before we go any further, and I always do this at the end instead of the start, can you please subscribe if you happen to like the videos? Give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, even just a smiley face or a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It all helps with the algorithm and gets to spread my videos out a bit more, so that would be fantastic if you haven't subscribed. But that's about all that's happening, I think, this weekend. So we better turn the camera around, show you guys what I'm looking at, and you know what that means. It's time to start the music. Okay guys, so here we are, Big Bend. Now, see if we can find a spot. I've been told go to the right, up near the cliffs or something, but just got passed by a caravan and they've headed straight up that way. But we'll go up and have a look. I can see a couple of people here, but we should find somewhere. There's a few. Too sure that one's just coming back, so we'll just have a quick look down to the left, see what we can find. Okay guys, well, I was about to give up and go back to Greenways Landing because all the spots were taken. Came for a bit of a drive down here towards the shacks and found this little spot here, which I think is better than the others because it's got a nice level bit down to the river. She's a bit windy today, but hopefully that calms down in the next couple of days. But I've had to do a bit of zigging and a bit of zagging to get it in here, but I think that's going to do the job. Okay guys, well, I'm half set up and not a bad little spot except for the wind. Hopefully it dies down a little bit tonight and tomorrow. I'll try and do a cook up if the wind dies down on the barbecue, but we'll see what happens. Should be a good sunset in about half an hour's time. Someone out there was having a kneeboard before. We got the rod in over there. And a huge thanks to my mate Bo Kitty, who gave me some worms, and those worms are huge. There we go, not a bad sunset here at Big Bend. Okay guys, no barbecue tonight. So it's probably about 8:30 now. Check out the river. Still a bit of wind out there. So we're having a cook up inside tonight. Haven't eaten all day. That's what I've been doing on this diet most of the time, just eating once a day. And no greens, sorry guys, because I haven't been having any sugars. But we got a beautiful ribeye steak there, nice marbling on it, and just a few English styled sausages. Haven't even bothered with eggs or anything tonight, so I'm just going to have the steak. And we put a bit of, what do we got here? We got some steak seasoning somewhere, so we'll chuck a bit of the steak seasoning on there. Get that pushed right down into it for when I flip her over. Love my steaks so they're nice and charred on the outside, and hopefully about medium in the middle. We'll be back in a minute to show you the rest of the cook up. We shall give that steak a turn over and listen to that beautiful sizzle. Oh, look at that. Crisping up on the outside. Looking good. Okay guys, there's the plate up. I know it looks pretty bland, but that is a bloody good steak. And that's what you do if you're cutting out sugars. And I think it's about 32 kilograms I've lost now. It was 144, and I'm down to about 112, 113 at the moment. So things are going alright. A few hiccups in the middle, but it's definitely the sugars that have done it for me. Okay guys, food review. That steak was bloody sensational. I think it was about $26, so not cheap, but if you're only eating once a day, you can afford to have something bloody decent. So sausages, not too bad. I've got a bit of a craving for them at the moment, the old English pork sausages. 9.1. That's my review. Catch you tomorrow. Well, good morning. A little bit fresh out here. We're up nice and early. No, I didn't wet the bed. We got a big day ahead. We got the sun just come up in the background. So we'll get that kayak off. We'll do a bit of fishing this morning, see if we can catch anything. And we'll head across, see if we can get into the backwaters over there with the kayak. Chuck the yabby nets in over there. Go for a bit of a look around, but I'll get this rod set up. Take my shark hooks off of it, put some smaller ones on, see if we can catch some fish. We're definitely going to catch a fish today. That's my main goal. And I'll probably stick the drone up in a minute and just show you all around the area and see if we can show you the backwaters over there. Okay, we've had the, oh shit, we've had the shrimp pot in overnight, so see if there's any shrimp around the place. Ooh, I can hear them, there's a few in there, beautiful. You can see them there. We've got about 15 or so, nice sized ones. So they make good bait. Okay guys, we're all loaded up. We're going to try and get the kayak across to the backwaters. I've got no idea if there's an inlet anywhere nearby, but we'll go for a paddle downstream, which as normal looks like it's upstream because the wind's coming the other way, and see if we can get out to those backwaters. I've got the rod there, I've got a few shrimp in a bottle, so we'll see how we go. And it has warmed up significantly since this morning. This morning it was bloody freezing, well probably about 10 degrees, and it's supposed to be getting up to about 33 today, and it's pretty warm. I think it's about 1 o'clock now. So I'll put the head cam on and do my kayak entry. It shouldn't be too bad. I've been out once to try and unhook a snag on my rod, and it's quite hard just down there, so sandy bottom once you get past those roots, so it should be a good entry into the kayak for once. Okay, we put the long pants back on so I don't burn my lily white legs. I got shit everywhere. Alright, bit deeper water, flop the bum back in nice and quickly. Hang on, the shrimps there. Rightio, here we go guys. Backwards entry, I like the backwards entry. Oh, come back here, paddle. I've got half my bum on. As normal, the seat gets unhooked or hooked up. Right, let's get in there. Beautiful. That was smooth. Right, what are we doing here? Oh, I forgot I had my camera and my phone in there. Rightio, let's go for a paddle. How you going? That's good. Beautiful. Nice little shack spot here at Big Bend. Only about 20, just over 20 shacks I think, once they're all rebuilt. Got a good mate of mine, Mark Baker's got one here. He's knocked his down after the floods. I'm not too sure which area it was. I'm thinking it's straight over there in the middle, but I could be wrong. So yeah, great little spot. Okay, we may have found the entrance to the backwaters. Look at the roots on that old gum tree. It's only about 2 feet deep here, but that'll do. We'll just chuck one in. How's this for a beautiful tinny trip camping spot? Nice sandy beach. Right, well I reckon we might see if the wind will hold us into this little spot. I'm going to chuck the rod out. Actually I might go down by these willows. The wind should blow us into those willows nicely. And we'll chuck the rod out. And See if we can catch a fish for half an hour or so. Okay, I haven't really got too high hopes here for any yabbies, but we'll see what happens. One shrimp, not good. Okay guys, thought I'd incorporate a Gilligan's how to kayak tip. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to do the barrel roll. That's where you sit in the kayak and roll it completely to one side and come back up the other side. So I'm going to have to dub in a bit of sound when I edit this, because the microphone's not going to reach me. So I'm just going to set the camera up and we'll get out there and do a barrel roll. Okay guys, hope you learned something there. A little bit tricky, but with a little bit of practice, you guys should be able to barrel roll a kayak as good as me. Righto guys, we've just put the chook on, put a bit of steak seasoning on it, probably put a bit more on later. Don't want to put too much on yet, it might start burning before the chook's cooking. I don't know if I got it up the right way or not, but it's going to have to do. Maybe it's supposed to be the other way. Not too sure. No, that looks alright. That's going to have to do. Okay, we better check and see how the chicken's going. Oh, not too bad. Chucked a few spuds in there. I reckon we'll stick a bit more of this steak spice on there. Bit on the spuds. Okay, nearly ready to plate up. The gravy's looking nice and thick, just how I like it. Okay, one final look before we turn it off. Oh, that's looking sensational, isn't it? The old Weber Q's done a brilliant job. Okay guys, there's the plate up. That looks $1 million. That's a 9.1 already. Watching a bit of speedway. Got a few blokes I know racing over in Simpson in Victoria. We'll be back for a food review in a minute. Okay guys, food review, absolutely sensational. 9.3, that's my review. Good morning everyone, and that's going to finish it up here at Big Bend. All packed up, well nearly all packed up. Just got to pull the van forward and get my blocks of wood out from underneath the wheels, and we'll get up away from these reeds so I can just finish strapping down the kayak. I don't really feel like getting bitten by a snake this morning. As for Big Bend, not a bad spot. Great place for shacks and stuff, because it doesn't seem like they get that many speedboats and stuff around the area in the summertime. A lot of the spots down the other end didn't look to me like they got real close to the bank where they camped, and it was fairly crowded. So a lot of people were here early Friday. So I was pretty lucky to get this little spot. This was down near the shacks, but about the first 5 or 6 shacks didn't have anyone in them, so I could run my generator in the evening and not annoy anyone. But probably not my favourite camping spot, but it wasn't bad just to see what it was like. And that's going to do it. We'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget, leave a comment or just give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and subscribe. All that stuff helps the channel heaps, and hopefully the next gap isn't so long. I think I can maybe get out in a couple of weeks time. So Speedway's starting to calm down a bit, so we'll get back into a lot more camping videos as it heads on into the winter. Catch you guys later.